Can stimulate memories,
Yes.
and stimulate the release of memories as well. I know in my practice as a hypnotherapist, for helping people to relax and get out of stress, I have them inhale different fragrances, well, actually essential oils, the ones that when they take a deep breath of it, it invokes peace or calmness, relaxation. And for each person it can be different. Well, some people rose will be the best smell for them, and others it would be night blooming jasmine, or
Exactly.
Could be geranium, it could be many different ones, neroli, which is orange blossom. And so each person gets activated differently. And then the reason that I use this tool is, twofold too. One is just to breathe, because we forget to breathe, and that connects us to the body. And the other is to stimulate that deep sense of well-being again.
Yes, and the inhalation is quite magical. I mean, in some cases it brings up not so pleasant things.
That's right.
And in classes I will have people inhale an oil not knowing what it is. Some of them love it, some of them hate it. Some of them will be, then I have them go into a dialogue with the plant. Does this plant want to work with me, and if so, how? And first of all, notice how they are affected by the scent. Do they feel different in their body? Do their emotions feel different? Are they thinking different thoughts, or has their mind calmed down or become stimulated? So it's a whole series of events that can take place in the body from the inhalation of an essential oil. And matching that up, the right oil with the right person, can be very effective for their healing.
And I think it's important that people understand that there are so many oils. Like when you go to the store, you see a very small range of oils, usually, even at a health food store. And there are so many different ones that can really assist us on so many levels. And you were talking about levels of consciousness.
Yes.
And we have a rose right here, and rose is one of the highest vibrational frequencies of all the essential oils, and really expand, as well as they work on relaxing the body, they really allow us, especially in meditation, to expand our consciousness.
Well, that's true, and as you know, every living thing has an electromagnetic frequency, and the plant oils go from about a frequency of 40 megahertz up to 320 or 340, which is the rose. A healthy human body has been found to be between 62 and 78 megahertz. So you can see how the oils can lift us up out of depression, out of negative thinking, or out of area of illness, let's say. So the frequency is definitely an important factor in using the oils.
And some of them, the oils that we're talking about that I'm aware of, and I'm sure you're aware of other ones that do this, are sage, white sage, and that's an oil that we don't use the flower, we use other parts of it. Palo Santo, which comes from South America, and that's a wood oil, and it means holy wood, and that is a very high frequency oil that when you put it on your feet or you inhale it, if it's diffused, can take you into deep states of meditation and relaxation. Do you know of some other ones that are consciousness expanding oils as well?
Frankincense is a relative to Palo Santo, and I like frankincense very much. It is an opener of the gate or a bridge between the physical body and the spiritual, or between us and Source. I like to use frankincense during the day, but also for meditation. Sandalwood helps me, and of course the rose frequency. When I stop and smell a rose in the garden or in my home, even more actually than the essential oil that's been extracted, everything stops. I'm totally in the present moment, brought into center, grounded, and awareness. And I also wanted to mention, as I mentioned the rose, which I'm really partial to, the magic of distillation, and that in itself is a whole art, and the oils can be adulterated. You mentioned finding oils in stores and the lack of great variety. In my practice, I use oils from all over the world, People sometimes ask me, do you use just Hawaiian plants? And unfortunately, no, because most of the Hawaiian plants are not distilled. But the oils can be adulterated from the way they're grown, if the soil isn't organic, if the seeds aren't good to start with, depending on the weather conditions, depending on the temperature of the distillation, the time in the distiller. So it's really good to know the grower, the person who's doing the distilling, and then to develop a nose, because you want to be able to smell if there's any alcohol in the blend, which is often added to stretch it or change it in some way. So, learning about which oils to use, especially as far as healing, because we want medicinal grade oils, not something you buy at a chain store or a pharmacy necessarily.
Yeah, so learning what is a therapeutic grade oil, what companies produce therapeutic grade oils is important.
Yes.
Now you're going to do a demonstration for us of a technique that puts the oil, it's called raindrop therapy.
Yes.
And it's a technique that puts the oils directly on the body. And what, give us just a moment of what this technique is going to show us.
This technique uses 8 to 12 different oils. And the focus that I use with this particular technique is oils that will pull viruses out of the spinal cord, align the body, and relax the musculature. It starts with a VitaFlex treatment on the feet, which I'll demonstrate. This is a way of snapping the frequency of the oils into the electrical frequency of the body. And then the oils travel through the meridians and up through the body to open and begin to align.
Great.
And then the oils are dropped through the auric field along the spine, so it cleanses the aura, and then it goes into the body, and they begin to do their particular synergy with the body depending on the oil. And I'll talk about that when I do the treatment.
Great. Well, we look forward to that.
Thank you, Taj.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you'd like to know more about Alia Hallowell and essential oils, you can visit her website at essencebotanicaltherapies.com. That's ESSCENTS, botanicaltherapies.com. Before our raindrop therapy demonstration, we're going to have Elle and Amy join us for another beautiful song.